Hello, 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 hello. What's going on, everybody? Welcome to our stock trades. How's everybody doing today? We're going to be so goddamn rich. We're going to be so wealthy. Chamath, Polly, Hapa, Tia. All right, ladies and gentlemen, speakers are loud. Let the neighbors hear the jam. What's going on? Let's go on, Brad Cooley. Just rolling it out. Pop. All of a sudden, our stock trades pops up. B-Rad Cooley, not sure you're ready for this hype. You can keep the crypto rally. I'm here for the homeless man and intrinsic value. Al can't study for the dollar for all the dollar signs. Let's go, let's go. Homeless tendies never tasted so good. Do we have any proof that Chamath is holding? Because he doesn't follow Clove on X. No anyone working with Clove. Time to build our homeless tent, preferably somewhere warm. B-Rad Cooley, what's going on, everybody? What's going on? What's going on? All right. First off, happy Martin Luther King Day, everybody. All right, so here's the thing. Okay, here's the thing. I think we're going to go to Mars, my friend. The moon is too short of a trip. The moon is too short. All right, listen, guys. Okay. We cannot 100% say with a certain doubt before all our haters comes in and they whip out their keyboard and they say, Albert, you basically saying that Chamath Hapatia still owns Clover. We don't absolutely know that yet because his filing was under 5%. He owns potentially 4.99%, and we don't even know. Right? So they might say that, okay? They might say that. I believe Mr. Chamath holds 4.99%. This guy is a freaking poker player. This guy's a poker player. I can see it right through his polyhopatia eyes. Okay? All right. His bug eyes. All right. So, I see it. I see it. Okay. So I do believe this gentleman, by the way, nice knot right there. I do believe that this gentleman, that's Al Loud's voice, right? I know, right? I do believe he still owns Clover. Another thing people don't know, Clover Health. If you look at who's following Clover Health, Mr. David Sachs. David Sachs is following Clover Health. Why is he following Clover Health, you might ask, right? Isn't he the crypto leader and the AI czar? AI specifically, what does Clover Health do? It does AI. And for Mr. Ken of $1.44. You see Social Capital still following Clover Health. So is that the right question that you are asking, my friend? Is that the right question? Right? So what's going on here? Because he's all in. It's more important that Sachs is holding than Chamath. Well, here's the thing, ladies and gentlemen. We are entering a new administration. We have already entered it. A lot of executive orders are coming in. There are signs. I am seeing signs of a hyper bull market cycle. You understand what that means? When you have meme coins going up like crazy, and when someone says, I got $5,000, how can I be a millionaire tomorrow? The bull market cycle is back. But ladies and gentlemen, fear not. We have the power of the intrinsic value calculation. We have a GPS while these people are swimming in the ocean, deep in the ocean, not knowing the deep waters they're about to go in. When the stock rises and when it goes above intrinsic value, we will be there for these people and we will give them our liquidity. We will give them these retail investors. We will give them a path for a dream before the stage analysis turns into stage 4 and they get caught holding the bag. This is the game of Wall Street, and I'm trying to teach it to you so you don't become victim of this, okay? All right, ladies and gentlemen. So we're going to go here, okay? We have Humana. Humana has entered stage 4 on the weekly chart. However, it is still holding on the monthly chart. All eyes are on this now. Could this mark the beginning of a shift from Humana to Clover? Could this mark? If you can see here on the daily, Humana has dropped below the red line. On the weekly, it has dropped below the red line, but it is holding up here so dearly on the month line, and all eyes are on that, and we are watching. Okay? So there's that. I've been getting a lot of different types of, messages seeing on my feed, me trying to pick stocks based on fundamentals, and it's essentially a basically crapshoot. And I respond. More attacks on fundamentals. CLOV hyper mega bull market cycle is coming back. We are coming back. And I'm telling you this right now. I've seen this pattern. I've been in the market for over 10 years. I've seen these markets come back. And if you think 2021 was crazy, watch now. Just wait. Just wait. Okay? Just wait. So here we are. Mr. Vivek. Very hard for a company to drive long-term shareholder value unless the company's leadership and board are truly aligned around the following framework. The first video is him talking about how the stock is not equal to the business and all these other things. And there's other things too, of course. But the big thing is that I was my mind was blown, was the fact that, Amazon used to sell books, but then they expanded their business by talking to their consumers. Well, obviously, Vivek and Andrew Toy have been talking to their customers, which is the physicians that are employing the Clover Assistant. I'm telling you guys, we have a lot to look forward to. We also have this. When the crypto, here's this. Berkshire Hathaway is the boomer meme coin. He says, and this guy knows Chamath. He's a sideways with Chamath. He says, we're at a point in the cycle where crypto bros think that they're better than Warren Buffett again. And I'm like, when crypto bros start dissing intrinsic value, you know that we are in the hyper bull market cycle. CLOV, get ready. We have positioned ourselves. We have secured our seatbelts, and the countdown is coming any minute now. You can see it in the left portion of the rocket ship. Get ready to essentially explode. It is coming. It is coming, and I know all of you feel it, okay? We see here, and if you think I'm full of crap, Clover Health is ranked number 1 in the industry, number 2 in the overall sector, and top 19 stock out of all the stocks in the United States of America, okay? This is huge. Then you have United Healthcare wiping $100 billion of net worth from United Healthcare, all because of their growing medical cost ratio, in which Clover Health has industry-leading medical cost. You understand the words that are coming out of my mouth or no? And then you have the beauty. The beauty. One moment here. Let's open up here. Then you have the beauty of Clover Health coming in and showing us that they have grown 100,000 lives over to equate to 27% growth rate. If we go ahead and activate our intrinsic value, which now you're starting to see that this is actually science that works, science that makes you rich, science that has made a lot of people on our stock terminal multimillionaires. You go in and you put 118 million, you go at 10 years, you go 27%, and you go 501. You get a bear case of $9.22, a base case of $12.56, and a bull case of $18.28. And this is just using the Q1, Q2, and Q3 of the fiscal year free cash flow of 2024. Ladies and gentlemen, are you seeing the power of the intrinsic value? That was why I'm confident that the next 6 months, the market is going to be exploding. I think from a technical market breadth standpoint, we are improving, but we may get choppiness, this month in January. But rest assured, I believe in February, specifically middle of February, the market is going to go insane in the membrane. You understand what that means? Right? And you have a whole bunch of beautiful markets that are all basically selling off. And what is Clover Health doing? You have the S&P 500 finally in positive territory. And at the end of January, if we end up positive, it is another positive omen to the first 5 days of January. I am teaching you hedge fund rules, okay? Then on top of this, in the beginning, you had basically the market down, and you see the market's up 2.2 right now, 2.21. But then you look at Clover. Clover's up 30.35%. 30.35%. Do you see where we are going? We are going to the mountaintop. We are going to that promised land, and we're going to basically get there. And finally, you are going to basically see how it feels like to be on the opposite side of the trade. You now are going to feel like what it's like that these Wall Street hedge fund investors feel. You now are going to see what the American dream is like. You're going to see it now once the institutional investors file their SEC 13F filings, while you, as a long-term investor, hold your shares in a company that's transitioning to negative to positive to free cash flow, and all of a sudden negative to positive net income. It's like this. You remember Thanos? Remember Thanos when he grabbed the stars, or whatever the hell these infinity stones? You remember that? Think of each infinity stone as a metric. Gross margins are improving, free cash flow positive, net income positive, SEC 13F filings are in the positive, insider buys, and also $20 million of share repurchase buyback program. It is inevitable. It is going to happen. And now you are going to see that rule number one of Warren Buffett investing is don't lose money. Rule number two is follow rule number one. And how am I so confident in this? Because this is what happens when you purchase a company at book value levels. This is what happens when you practice margin of safety, when you employ margin of safety, and when you calculate intrinsic value, and when you see the company's intrinsic value and you say, you know what, this is book value, I need to buy. And now you're basically seeing it rebound back to intrinsic value. And now if we go into this hyper bull market cycle, we are going to go above intrinsic value. And that exactly is what we're going to do. So let me go ahead and go to the comments real quick here. This is the price targets for CLOV. So here it is. Our tariffs on healthcare. Can't believe that guy has over 1 million views. I know, right? 18, 12. You already know. You're doing the calculations on your own. Futures. Bloomberg saying. Well, I mean, Warren Buffett did Oxy. So he answers this question in his JP Morgan. There it is, guys. That's all I have to say. That's it. So now, as Chamath enters the inner circle of the MAGA. As soon as I said MAGA, my dogs were like, don't say those words. I'm just kidding. Hold on. Sorry about that, guys. Now that you basically see Chamath in the inner circle, this girl here is looking directly at the camera. She's like, look at her, right? So she probably works for Humana. Okay, so the thing is, now you see basically Chamath grinded so much to now he's in the inner circle of these top decision makers. Okay, you're in an area now where Clover's about to finally get the attention. You have David Sachs following Clover, who is the crypto and AI czar. You have the only computer scientist running an insurance company. You understand why I'm excited? You have Vivek, who's dropping hints of Jeff Bezos stock. You understand how big this is? So the Dow was green. Oh, wow, right? I'm telling you, this is huge, right? And the biggest thing on Michael Anthony's head is, what about Pfizer? What about Pfizer? Buffett did Oxy. Did you accuse Warren? What? I'm so confused. I didn't accuse nobody. But anywho, the growth is here. Growth is here, ladies and gentlemen. Growth is here. Okay, so that's all I have for you guys. Enjoy this hyper bull market cycle. And there's going to be people on our platform. Just imagine. Let's say, for example, we get to 200,000, right? Times 15. And let's say you do stuff like this. That's $99,000 a month multiplied by 12. You do the wheeling strategy. That is $1.1 million. We are going to have people on our stock terminal that are basically making CEO level type money. It is insane what we can accomplish together. And I'm so happy because finally you are about to see a new market cycle, right? I haven't talked about PE. You spoke to me about it and you said, man, I think Pfizer is better than Clover. Let's see how it's performing. I'm sorry, my friend. Who knows? It might be good, but in 1 year, it's down 7%. 5 years, it's down 30%. Max, woo, it's going to the moon. Back when it was $1.55. So as you can see, guys, we're so early in Clover. We are so early, guys. You have no idea how early we are. We are so early. This is such an early game that we're in, okay? We are so early, and we're finally seeing this rebound. Finally, we're starting to see this rebound. Ladies and gentlemen, it's an honor and privilege to basically have these documented videos to show you hand by hand how the market changes. The market now is entering a hyper bull market, okay? I'm going to go see what's going on with my dogs. I think United Healthcare and Humana is outside. I think they're going to come get me, right? Ladies and gentlemen, God bless you guys. Clove to retirement. We're all going to retire. It's going to be amazing. Are you on Discord? We could DCF PC. Yeah, B-Rad Cooley is right. Michael, if you want to know how much Pfizer costs and how much it's a good value for Pfizer, log in. I don't know if you remember or not. Log into the website and the stock terminal and the allstocktrades.com and calculate the price target. You see, this is the problem with people, right? Retail investors, here's the problem that we fix, okay? So how do you know what stock to buy? That's the first problem. Let's say you solve that problem. Okay, the next problem is, how do you know when's a good price to get in? Many people are going to say, you can't time the market. I'm not saying you're going to time the market. No. I'm saying, how can you set your own price target? People's response is, I don't think that works, without even understanding. It's like basically someone going to medical school, becoming a doctor and saying, I don't think vaccines work. Get out of here. Go get educated. Vaccines do work, right? Especially the vaccines for polio, the original vaccines, those vaccines, right? Those work, right? Those work. Measles, those work. Okay. So there's a way to calculate the value of a stock. See, that's the problem we solve. We're able to basically calculate the value of the company. And then you know exactly when they get in and then when they get out. But here's the problem, though. Is sometimes you don't want to get out. There's ways to squeeze it and do covered calls. So let's say, for example, the intrinsic value, once the SaaS is released, I'm not saying this is I think this is, as of now, this is the value of Clover. You want to go ahead and add 40 times 4. You want to add 160. This is the overall value of Clover. Okay. Let's assume they add SaaS. And let's say just for the purposes of this discussion, let's say with SaaS, it's still $24, right? Again, it's going to be more, but let's just for the purposes of discussion. So, okay, let's say today or tomorrow the stock market opens and it's $25. What are you going to do? You're going to sell? Some people are, right? What I'm going to do is, again, not financial advice. Take it as a grain of salt. Remember, I was formerly homeless. Don't listen to me, right? Don't listen to me. Take it as a grain of salt, okay? But think about this. What I'm going to be doing is I'm going to do covered calls maybe at $30 or $35. Covered calls at 30 or 35. And if it gets there, great. I'll sell my stock at 35 when it was worth 25. And it's great because I can collect premium. And let's say I can win 80 to 85% of the time, meaning that I'll probably get called away 2 times out of 10, which means I will win 8 times out of 10, which means I will be milking the premium. What am I going to do with that money? I'm going to buy properties. I'm going to buy, and I don't care if I don't make money on the properties. I'm going to buy properties and I'm going to get a property manager. And let's say I only make 2 to 3%. Let's say my cash flow is 8 to 10% and I only make 2% out of that because everything is going to repairs, property manager. It's okay. It's okay because I'm trying to diversify my money out of the stock market. So then I take this money when the stock market crashes and there's a recession. I pull money out through a HELOC, take that money and then go in and buy stocks. Right? Again, this is such a beautiful plan, and I'm laying it out to you because this is how the wealthy do business. This is how the wealthy do business, and I'm trying to show it to you, and I'm trying to democratize, all right? So then when I go and enjoy my life, when I'm getting a house in Italy, and when I'm drinking beautiful Italian wine and looking at Portofino and enjoying the view of my beach house, I can enjoy my wine knowing that I help people out there get to their mountaintop, right? And if someone tells me you just got lucky, I'm going to say, my friend, you know how many people I was able to help? So I'm sharing you this information, and we created a group where we can all come together and make money and do it in a way where the have-nots become the haves, right? Where the proletariats become the bourgeoisie. That's what I'm trying to do. Karl Marx never could have done that. Karl Marx just said division, division, division. I say learn from the rich. Learn what they do and do it better than them. And if you continue to do that, you'll be like this man right here. You'll be like this man. All right, ladies and gentlemen, Italians for Albert Allen. I love Italians. I love Italians. I love New York, and I love Italian people. Okay? God bless you all, and I'll see you on the next one. Peace out.